channel. This is Mindfully Spiritual, where I do readings for the collective about your spiritual journey. I'm Cheryl. You can find me on other social media platforms like Instagram. I'm at How Mindful. And on Facebook, I'm actually my name, Cheryl Gillespie. And on TikTok, I'm Mindfully Spiritual Empath. I actually have a lot of fun on social media. It's teaching me to be less invested in how I look and be more invested in what I'm trying to create. So today, I also want to let you know that I usually do a prayer of protection as well as asking Spirit to help me be able to interpret and give to you what it is you're needing to hear from this reading. So let's get to it. Okay. Mystic Healer. Healing energy flows through you. And the next one is Taking Shelter. The answers are within. And this last one is Reaching Your Destination. Your light is shining bright. Okay, Mystic Healer, Taking Shelter. The answers are within. Okay. And Reaching Your Destiny. Your light is shining bright. So I'm feeling that this message is alerting you to perhaps you need to do some looking into energy healing, or just if you've not begun to learn about your chakras and things like that, that's important, because we are energetic beings, and this is the path to our shifting, healing, and becoming the co-creators of our lives that we want. And one of the important things is that you are a light bearer for others. Oops, I'm gonna put this away. And because you're a light bearer, sometimes we have to come back in, right? And make sure that we are filling up our own cup. If there's something that is hanging us up, blocking us, we'll find it internally, right? So we want to look inside, and taking shelter really means you're not using the feedback from outside of you. You're really just taking shelter inside where your soul sits and being able to get information. And as you do that, your light shines so brightly. You're reaching your destination, which will be leading others. Okay? All right, let's see what else Spirit has to say to us today. Ooh. Okay. So unconscious is the devil. Okay. We have the Page of Swords. We have the Seven of Pentacles. We have Death. 10 of Cups. 8 of Wands. The Moon, Ace of Swords. Sorry, without my glasses. I'm pretty sure that's an ace. Yeah, Ace of Swords, and Knight of Wands, 2 of Wands, and 3 of Swords. All right, I definitely want. Give me one for the devil, please. Okay, clarified by the Fool. All right. And I'm going to ask one for the Moon, please. Please clarify, thank you. And that is the 4 of Cups, okay. For the Moon, and we've got an Ace of Swords. We've got the Knight of Wands. 2 Wands. And can I have one for 3 of Swords, please? Thank you. It is, oh goodness. Okay. 5 of Swords. Definitely need another one, please. Five of Swords, please. Five of Swords, thank you. And this is the Page of Pentacles. Without my glasses, I'm not doing so hot. Okay, so part of, let's say, the way that you have become a mystic healer is that you have transmuted or transformed the energy of attachments, old beliefs, anything that ties you to it, meaning that you are serving that particular thought, or like an addiction. That's a possibility too. And you've gone through that fire. You've gone through that devil of a thing, and you've come out on the other side as the Fool. Now, the Fool has no expectations. The Fool is starting fresh. So the Fool has come. It makes sense that you'd be, the devil would be your attachments. And now you've moved forward into a place of starting fresh. Now, how you're looking at this is the Page of Swords. So you're pretty clear on what your truth is and what planning and strategizing you've made, towards movement. And you are looking at it through finding the truth of the matter. And what the challenge is it looks like you're almost there, right? So it's a Seven of Pentacles, and the Seven of Pentacles involves looking at what you're reaping from what you've sown. So it's about some fruition. You're getting some abundance, whether that is a confirmation, affirmation. You're getting some form heading towards what your end goal is. But the Seven of Pentacles really says, keep going, make adjustments as needed so that you can change, if you need to put a little more food on this plant, then let's get to that. So it's about seeing what you need to change and adjust, not full change, just adjust to move forward, and being patient. That is for me, the Seven of Pentacles is like, be patient, don't push the river. And so you may need to take shelter, right? You may need to take shelter within to find the patience. And there is a belief in, for you understand that you had to die to the old person you were in order to co-create this new thing that's coming, that you'll be reaching your destination. And because of that, you had to be able to remake yourself. And you've done that through the work of taking a look at what attachments or old beliefs you hold. And because you've done that, you are rooted in a really happy, loving, harmonious family. Might be a community if you're, might be a community as well. But you are rooted in that creative place that comes from being stable, stable in your relationships. The near past actually is saying that you have been getting some downloads, and there's some fast movement coming. You may be getting those downloads at night. It may not be at night. But for sure, these are messages from your ancestors. You are getting these messages, and you need to build on that. And with that, your near future says that there's some fear that you have that you need to overcome first. There's a fear, perhaps, of your own shadow. Maybe there's another shadow that's come up. Another shadow part of yourself, some attachment. And you might even have a fear of being successful, because sometimes when we fear success, it's really that we're fearful of falling off the pedestal. So if we're successful, where do we go from there, right? Or someone maybe can take it away from us. So that's a little clue, I think, to perhaps what that shadow is. You might want to take a look at that. It also is including, it's the Four of Cups, really is somebody who is disconnected, somebody who's kind of apathetic, and you want to be able to move out of that. You need to reconnect yourself with spirit, right, internally, taking shelter. And when you are within taking shelter, you are going to receive that information. The Ace of Swords, you're going to receive the information, the truth that you need to be able to move forward. And you are going to grab onto that truth. You'll be able to share that with others or offer it to others. You're going to bring that forward with passion, with inspiration. You have the excitement and you really have the backing of your ancestors. That keeps coming to me, so I'm going to say it again. So that your ancestors are behind you. They know that you are this next generation of someone who's needed here. You are a mystic healer, and they are supporting you in that. But we can't help others heal if we don't heal what's within ourselves. That's the place where we get the information that we bring forward, the learning, the lesson, right? So you have this information, and you're moving forward, and then you have a choice, right? Two of Wands. You have a choice. Which way are you going to go? And you don't know what's going to happen in each direction. So there's a lot of unknown, and you have to make a choice. Now, this is asking you, the Two of Wands for me, I believe we should always choose the path that serves the greater good. So, excuse me, if you have two paths and one path is really just for you or, you know, your close friends or family, that's fine, that's one choice. Or, excuse me, or you can make a choice and head towards this great unknown, right? I don't know if you can see it. You're heading towards the great unknown. You are, excuse me, basically you're beginning your manifestation. You're beginning your path towards where you want to go, but you have to make a choice. And it looks like in the past, is this oh, it's a Page of Pentacles. Okay. I'm going to also say to you that part of what is getting in your way of your choice is just what I said, that you have been hurt in the past and you've had losses. So there's some fear, right? The Moon. And at the same time, you have also not felt so secure in what you're offering in the world. Maybe you've betrayed yourself. Maybe you are not shining your light because you are fearful, and that you are betraying yourself, and actually you betray all of us if you can't bring your authentic self, right? And it has to do with speaking your truth. It has to do with your voice. So I want you to consider, maybe you could do a little journaling around what is blocking your voice? What is getting in the way of you using your voice? What fears are there? Sometimes to get to those shadows, I will start a technique I found from someone else that was, you start out saying, if I'm honest with myself, and then just keep writing. See what comes out. That one actually very quickly zeroes me in. It also brings up some feelings that might need to be released. So I encourage you to do that journaling, and you're going to come out with some information that will be transformative for you. and for the collective. And it's heart transformation, okay? So it's learning to keep our hearts open even when we've had a heartache, even when we've betrayed ourselves, or there are other people around us who think that we're odd or different. We still have to stay heart-centered and focused on the beauty, the abundance that is around us in the very moment. Not what I'm working towards, but in the very moment. We always have abundance. Abundance of heat, abundance of water, abundance of all my senses. I'm open and all my senses work. Find your places of abundance, and using your voice will also bring that abundance. You have some important messages that the world needs to hear. So I hope that you take a look at what those messages might be. Alrighty, so let's see. We're gonna do obstacles and blocks next. All right, obstacles and blocks, please. 5 of Pentacles, Justice, 3 of Swords. Can I have one for Justice? Justice, thank you. All right, we got 2. I'll take them. Okay, 7 of Pentacles and Page of Pentacles. Okay, so it looks to me like there are still some beliefs about loss or scarcity or lack. So our beliefs about relationship also affect money, because we have a relationship with money. So this shows me that you are looking at the scarcity and lack, both financially, that's something you're looking at, and also the belief that you're just gonna get hurt every time, and that you are required to find some balance in that. And even if you are not seeing the fruits of it immediately, know that as you come into balance, you are moving into a place where you are going to get this message. You might get a new opportunity. You may find a new resource. Be flexible, be adaptable. You want to be true to yourself, and make sure that as you are reaching this destination, you have included this healing, right? Because again, we can't bring forward something that we haven't done for ourselves. So I'll ask you for actions and advice, Spirit. 8 of Swords, Chariot, and oh my goodness gracious, 8 of Pentacles. So stop procrastinating, stop tying yourself up. You are ready. You do not need to be concerned about. You want to take the blindfold off. It is time for you to begin to move forward. You need to, I always describe the Chariot as the twin reins of your focus and your strength of will to move in the direction that you want to go. So again, and there's 2 reins, so it's implying some balance here too. You're going to move forward in a balanced way without procrastination. And as you do, you are going to become a master at your craft. Continue to master that craft. You will also, probably others will begin to see your craft, and that you are perhaps that healing craft, and that you are bringing this forward for the collective. And then messages from your higher self. Messages from your higher self. Okay. Six of Swords, Ace of Swords, and Page of Wands. It looks to me as if you have, or you're going to, be moving away from a situation that hasn't been serving you. And by having done that, moving away from what doesn't serve you and finding that clarity, that truth that you'll be speaking about, that is connected to your purpose there. So as you move away and learn and accept the lessons as you move on to the next chapter, you will be showing others that your journey, you will be helping them figure out how to move away from what doesn't serve them to get some clarity. And then you will be moving forward with passion and inspiration. You will also be an inspiration to others. And that you want to stand in your own empowerment. You want to feel confident, and that you want to remind yourself that this is what you're born to do. This is why you're here. This wouldn't be coming out in the story if it weren't. So you are growing into your true purpose. That's so exciting. That's so exciting to me. Thanks for stopping by, and I hope to see you next time.